Have the gods forsaken us? Our emperor has faltered, and we are fractured. We are but playthings, marching to the drums that clap like thunder. We die with a scream and a cold breeze. Fight with the spear, fight with the sword, with bow and shield. Take back our shores of Korantia. Turn the gods' eyes back to us. Make them see our courage, our honor, our glory. We are the empire of men, men destined to inherit the earth. None will stop us. Fight on, men of the golden shield, the silver spear, the bronze sword. Fight for Korantia. Alright, this is Shores of Korantia using Mythras, 2nd edition. I have with me my players as usual, Wanderer as Cineas, Rogue as Aegeus, Matt as Phaedra, and Ghost as Gorgos. Where we left off last time, the group was searching for where Phaedra had been injured and looking for evidence of where this suspicious-looking cultish mass came from. She was injured in a bog not far from Naxos, and this is where they are. Upon entering the bog, Cineas' newly acquired war dog, nameless war dog at that, stepped into a bog and began to sink. And that leaves you guys to come to its rescue if you wish. Feel free to go ahead and give me some role play as this dog begins to sink as we get right into the action.
So, yeah, there's a bit of background actually. Cineas has been making a big thing of not getting emotionally attached to this dog because it's actually. But you suspect that actually that's because he is getting a little bit emotionally attached to it because it was a gift from Aegeus, who he thinks more of than he likes to let on. As the dog starts sinking and he realizes the dog's trapped, you actually realize he has named it. He hadn't told you, but he suddenly sort of yells out, "Tiri! Tiri!" and goes rushing across to it. And his carefully established composure slips.
Yeah, you yell out and you run over there and you realize that the ground is very soft around it. It's going to be, you think, kind of difficult to get in there and grab it from the pit without sinking yourself.
Geus is going to, he turns to notice him shouting and immediately start to follow quickly behind and maybe take his spear, kind of extend butt of it for Cineas to grab onto if he's trying to reach the dog. Maybe he can hold on to the end or something. And
so Cineas will sort of look. Will take that with a grateful but brief nod, and will turn around to everyone else and say, "Does anybody have rope?"
I don't think any of us took a rope with us.
oh, I might actually.
Yeah, Cineas did bring
mention getting rope.
Or do I have rope, actually?
Yeah, anything you have.
Phaedra,
do.
she hurries. Ooh. She hurries over to the group as well. Careful, the bog will suck you in if you're not careful.
Very well.
Aegeus
Do you have rope?
Aegeus has a rope with a grappling hook.
Oh, great.
Starts to grab the end. Guess he will go ahead and toss it. It'll be fastest if he throws it out, I suppose.
You can try. It'd be like an athletics roll, probably. Yeah. How do you, so you twirl this thing overhead and you throw it far enough that it's not going to just like bounce off the dog. And you notice that the rope kind of circles its body a bit, and the hook catches on itself on the rope, and makes a noose around its trunk with an expert throw.
Nice. And Aegeus, yeah, he just drops his shield and his spear at that time and starts to put some weight behind it and pull back on the dog.
Cineas is going to try and lie flat and have the lower half of his body on firm ground, and then his torso extending out, and he'll try and reach out to the dog and try and pull Thierry towards him as he can if Cineas gets him any closer.
Yeah, go ahead.
If Aegeus gets him any closer.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an athletics roll. This is going to be an easy one. Due to...
Okay, I'll try.
Yes. How do you reach forward and grab it by its forelegs and pull it out? Describe that to me.
Yeah. So as the dog gets closer, as Aegeus pulls him in a little bit closer, I'll be. Cineas is sort of saying to him, "Stay calm, boy. Stay calm. Good boy. Good boy." And then, as it gets closer, he tries to first of all grab him round the top of its front legs. But dog's legs not being the strongest things, he tries to get around the body as soon as he can, and then he just gets himself as far out as he possibly dares and pulls with all his might, and slowly pulls the dog onto dry land. And then as soon as he gets him out onto dry land, you see actually he throws himself on the dog, and you're not quite sure, but you think you hear him just say at the very edge of your hearing, very quietly, obviously not meant for anyone else to hear, you think you hear him say, "You have come back to me, my fluffy boy."
The dog kind of barks once and looks up at Cineas and begins licking him on the face.
And Cineas, covered in mud, turns round and gives a manly embrace to Aegeus and says, "Aegeus, I am proud of you."
Yes, now that the dog's safe, he starts to laugh.
Can barely hear you, Rogue, all of a sudden.
Now that the dog is safe, Aegeus, starts to laugh a bit and pats Cineas and says, "Good, good. It's a good boy. So you named him."
Cineas suddenly realizes that he kind of let his composure slip, and it takes a moment to gather his dignity again, and sort of says, yes, I have called him Thierry. My father, when I was a child, named our dog that. It means cheese. He was very fond of cheese. It was a joke name, but I was fond of that dog as a child, and something in this one's expression reminded me of him. And he sort of glares at you as if he's daring anyone to laugh.
Aegeus just smiles at him and impressed and happy that he was actually so fond of the gift that he gave him, or happy actually that he was fond of the gift And he starts to the rope and starts to wind it back up and wind some of the mud off of it.
Thank you, Aegeus. This is, I would, I would hate to lose such a valuable resource for our group, and of course, such a fine gift from yourself.
Looks like this place is truly dangerous. Watch your
Absolutely.
We should have warned you before we came in here. And I thought you knew, but careful with your steps. Make sure your Tiri is close to you from now on. Sines.
Thank you. I will. Aegeus, might I trouble you to for a short length of that rope, and I may make a leash for Tiri.
Ah, yes. He'll be 10 foot off of it and some for him.
Thank you, my boy.
Maybe we should move a bit slower through this area.
I will not speed up so much. I will go slower.
I think that would be best, considering what nearly happened.
Could have been one of us as well. Are you prepared to depart, Sines?
I am. Thank you.
Of course. Come. And she turns around and goes slower as she continues to lead them through the area.
Wanderer, I'm gonna lower your passion for stoic virtue by 4 down to 50 as the dog is pulling you more towards a non-stoic personality a bit.
Yeah, I let my passions get the best of me.
So you kind of think on that as you're happy that the dog is safe, clearly, but you do realize that you were full of emotion there for a while, both of fear and exuberation as you were able to save the dog. As you move forward through these rocky crags and swamp-like area, you get to a small rise in the rocks, and I would like people to roll me, I think, perception as I kind of get used to the skills. Yep, perception would do it. I see Gorgos passed. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, alright. I'm going to whisper you something.
The rest of us are probably too busy trying to pick our way safely through this bog.
Yeah, as Gorgas is going along, he pauses for a second and looks around to the others. All of us must stop for a moment.
What is it?
You must listen closely. There are voices in the distance.
Phaedra takes a knee and takes a moment to listen in, seeing if she can hear what Gorgas does.
Are they directly ahead of us? Are they to the sides of us?
You can hear them. They're a little like the way you're facing the north, and they are coming from that direction. There's another big rocky outcropping in front of you. You think it's behind that. As Gorgos brings it to everyone's attention, you guys can vaguely hear something, but you're not really sure. Or Gorgos, you hear it pretty well.
They're up ahead of us. They're trying to find someone. Find
So-
her?
Snails will just take a javelin off his back slowly, just in case.
And her.
We should be careful. Phaedra take out her bow, a bow that she'd won. And Gius knocks it with an arrow. I just be quiet. Actually, I would not want to send Phidias into this.
Yeah,
We could try and
it's circling a bit.
she looks up. We could creep a bit more forward. Maybe get a better idea of what they're saying, who they are. Maybe it's these people. Ones who drop the mask.
I agree. We should get closer and take a serious look at who is before us before we engage with them. Better know what we're dealing with.
And if they are friendly.
Aegeus takes his shield and spear and is going to quietly follow behind. Probably guarding Cineas.
Yep. You head forward a bit. That you notice that this area probably was once a road. You can see that there's various spots in it where there's buried stone, half engulfed by the swamp and other things of that nature. And it appears to be leading right towards the voices Gorgos thinks, at least. Are you going to just follow that and go straight forward, or what's your plan?
Is there any way we could, there's not like, because this has a rocky outcropping, so we don't see any obvious kind of high ground that we could look down at where I hear the voices at.
It would be hard to climb them. You could climb up them, some of them, but the ones that are truly high enough to give you a vantage point are obscured by the fog that's rolled over this area.
So it'd be a difficult climb, basically.
It would be a difficult climb, and you're not sure how much you would even see because of the fog.
Gorgos looks the others. Perhaps one of us should approach them for now, and then the others prepare to ambush in case they are not friendly.
Who would like to approach then?
I think I would be best because I am not very quiet.
Aegeus looks
Neither.
towards him and nods. Careful, my friend.
I am sure I will have seen worse than whatever awaits me ahead. And he pulls the helmet down. Just be prepared behind me. I don't wish to fight them all alone. If it comes to that.
Of course.
Gorgos will lower his helm, have his spear and shield ready. Will march out and present himself, essentially.
Okay, give me a sec.
Aeneas nods approvingly at the bravery that Gorgos is showing.
Okay. Gorgos, you just kind of march down the road, and suddenly you hear excitable voices as they clearly hear you, while everybody stays behind. You come upon them a bit of a bend and in the road, so they can't really see behind you. There are four men. They are dressed in war garb. Very, very piecemeal. There's some very clearly quarantine, weapons and armor, and some that aren't necessarily. If you want to try to figure that out, you can give me a lore, I think.
Why not?
I think that would be what it is.
I don't think I have lore.
Yeah, you might. Let me see if there's any.
Professional passions, maybe.
Let me see if there's any. How
All
about
I have is lore strategy.
how about insight? We'll do that, or locale. One of those two. They're standard skills, so.
Okay, let me see. Of those, which one I would want to use? Insight, locale. Insight it is.
Yeah, you're not sure, but you're pretty sure that it's not all quarantine. They
It's piecemeal equipment, basically.
yeah, definitely piecemeal. Not in great shape, any of it, from what you can tell. They all immediately bristle at your approach, and one says in a fairly accented voice, "Who goes there? Stop!"
Yeah, he'll stand there, put the butt of his spear under the ground. Who is it that tells me to stop? Identify yourselves.
And they look at each other. "No one that you need to know our names, sir."
I think I will be the one who decides who I need to know and who I do not. So, your names. Or perhaps your purpose here, if that is better suited to this conversation.
There are 4 of us, big man, and only 1 of you. You tell us your name and what your purpose is here.
And by what means do you propose to get this information without asking politely?
They look at each other and smile. "We like your armor and your gear. It would be an upgrade to ours, eh, boys?" They all chuckle.
But I would not give it to you. So you would intend to take it, I suppose.
If you won't speak plainly and tell you why you're here, then perhaps we will take it. If you give us good reason not to, then maybe we won't.
I am of the city guard to the south. I was sent here to investigate a disturbance, and perhaps I have found it.
Disturbance? We have caused no disturbances. We only look for some... And one guy kind of nudges him to stop
Look
speaking.
for some what exactly?
Another one pipes up. "It's none of your concern. Be
We
off
have
with
already
you."
discussed this, that it is my concern, for this is my assignment. I have spoken plainly to you. It is now you who does not speak plainly to me.
He looks at the others, and he leans in and whispers something to one of the guys. You see them all, like, death gripping the halves of their weapons, which they pull out as they saw you. "I think you should go, big man."
Well, I will take your opinion into consideration, but I think I should stay.
The man with the ball and chain starts swinging it around. "Let's just kill him already!" "Ah, yes! Kill him!" And they begin to kind of fan out and look like they're going to try to surround you.
Yeah, knowing that he has the rest of the group at his back, he kind of nods plainly and raises his spear and shield as if he were about to be in a shield wall. "You have but one chance to surrender. Do not say I did not offer it to you."
"We are going to take your gear and your gold, and if we're hungry, maybe we'll feast on your bones." and they try to attack. All right, so You guys are just watching from behind, or what are you guys doing as this conversation's going on?
I think we were creeping up
Yes.
slowly.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you each give me a stealth roll? This is going to be easy since they're preoccupied. Oh, you fumbled.
Oh,
Sinea.
Sineas fumbled. Okay.
You clumsy old fool.
Yeah, the dog just starts barking. So yeah, so as you're coming, if you're coming, like Sineas and Phaedra are being very quiet. You know, they're all about ready to surround Gorgos, and Tiri kind of has been nudging at your leg for the last couple minutes, and it just lets out a ruff, 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 and everybody turns to the sound of the dog and spot you kind of coming around the corner. So, gotta love that dog. Alright, let's see. Let me kind of
Please.
fix it how it is. Gorgos, you would be up here a bit. And they're trying to surround you, so we'll do something like that. Does that seem reasonable?
Yes.
And everybody else can be where they are. Alright, so this is our first combat, so we're going to probably take it pretty slow and work through things. This might take a little bit, but that's the way it is. Okay, first thing, we got to roll some initiative. So you should have buttons for that in your combat menus. I'll just let you guys go first so I can see what's going on.
And could I get control of the dog?
Oh yes. The dog doesn't actually attack though. It doesn't have stats, so the way... But I will give you control of him. Give me a sec. Here, let me... He'll just go on your turn, and what I was thinking is, since there's not really a full like stat block for him, anytime he's engaged in something, anytime they do a defensive action, it's at a penalty. Does that make
Cool.
sense?
Yeah, just use him to harry a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, hold on. You probably... Let me give him to you.
Cool if I moved Aegeus up in front of Sineas.
Sure.
Cool with me.
Alright, you do have control of that token now, I hope. Alright, I'm going to roll these guys.
I don't seem to.
Alright, hold on.
Sorry.
That's fine. It says you do.
Oh, maybe I'll just refresh. Hold on.
Well, I'm hoping it's not the same problem as I was having a while ago.
Just reloading the page, see if it helps.
No, if it, it should be fine. Yeah, it does say you have access to it. Unless it's... Hold on, let me... No, I pulled it out there, so... Alright, let me do this first. Oh, crap. Still nothing on the dog?
Yeah, no, unfortunately. It's okay, we can... If you could just move him with me...
Yeah, I can, but you it says you have control of him. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
either, though. Oh, boy.
Just like reality, no one can really control an animal.
Give me a sec. Just very curious if it's the same kind of thing that was happening before, where I would edit something and then, yep, it's the exact same fucking thing. I would edit something and then I don't know. I don't understand. Alright, I'll move it for you for now. Okay.
Thanks.
Yep. Turn this music down just a smidge. Alright. The first guy is the guy with the long spear. And he's just going to attack from there. So he's going to... What I'm going to do, actually, is I need to... create a label, round 1, that goes to the top. That didn't work. I think they're called cycles, cycle 1. This is actually just round. Oh, they're always going to be at the bottom. I should not do that. Oh well. Alright, bear with me. So it's round 1, cycle 1. He's going to spend one of his APs. Oh, one sec. Second. Okay. All right. So he is going to. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Oops. Alright, he's gonna try to attack. Here we go. This attack. He's attacking with a long spear. Oh, I don't want to do that. I just want to do his combat style. So he misses badly. You can parry a miss if you want. To do to try to get specials on defense, but you don't have to.
That would cost me an AP.
It would, yes.
I think I will not.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling I'm about to get swarmed.
Yep. Okay. It is the guy with the battle axe, and what is the length of your sword? I think it's just it's.
I have
a spear. So what is that? What's the reach on that?
Reach L long, I think.
His is. Battle axe says it's short, so he can't actually get to you. He's going to actually use the action close the distance instead. So let me do that real quick. Bear with me. Actions. One sec, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, if you don't want to let him get in on you, we both roll evade. Now this is you would have to spend an AP to do this. He's spending an AP to try it. You can not let him, and then he'll get in on you regardless.
I will spend it to
Okay.
try to evade.
Okay.
So it's a evade against evade?
Yep, we'll both roll evade, yep. And that's a standard action, a pretty standard skill, if you will. Oh, he rolled a 90. It's both a fail. It's an opposed roll, so what happens? No, he can't get in on you. He failed, you failed. He tries to get past your spear, and you just can't get around it. Man, they're killing you on initiative. Guy with the long sword. Let's see how. You're long, right? So. He's also long, so he is going to move in an attack for 1 AP. Alright, here we go. Miss. You just gonna let it go?
Yeah, I will let it go.
Okay. Cineas, you're up.
Okay. So, how far can I move?
You can move, let's see.
So I'd like to get about 20 feet away from the warrior with the ball and chain.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm looking for. You can move 1 action point to move. Yeah, you can move within 20 feet. It's kind of, I think it's abstracted a bit.
Okay, thanks. Gonna move to there.
Mm-hmm.
Can I attack this action? Or?
No, you cannot.
Okay, cool. I'll move to there. I'll get ready to throw. And if Tiri can come with me.
Yeah, I'll move him. He rushes with you. Aegeus, you're up.
Aegeus will try to get up as close as he can, I guess.
Yeah, I'll let you make the entire move if you want. You can get there.
Would be a point.
Mm-hmm.
And these reset each.
Phaedra, you're not on the turn tracker. Oh no, there you are.
I rolled a...
There you are. Never mind.
slow.
Yeah, AP resets each round.
Okay.
So, bringing that down to 2. Whoops. Keyboard freaked out. Okay, and it is... Tiri doesn't actually go. So it's the guy with the ball and chain. He is going to go after Gorgos as well. And it is... His is medium reach. I think that's within the reach boundaries where he can engage you. Let me look. There we go. Reach categories.
He's got 12, right, for initiative?
Yes, he does.
I'm ahead of him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So I want to look at I want to figure out like the passive parry mechanics. They have to declare where the shield's protected.
Yeah, it's called. It is called. What is it called? Guard or ward, I think. Let's see. Let me look at it. Bear with me. Yeah, ward location is what it's called. So basically, you pick what locations are passively warded with your shield based on how many spots your shield covers, right?
Mhm.
So you can do that. Is that what you're wanting to do?
Yes, that's an action point to do.
It is, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll ward the left arm, which the shield is on.
Mm-hmm.
Head, the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Chest, abdomen, and left leg.
Okay. All right, so that's passively warded. So you kind of set up behind your shield there. All right, now it is that guy's turn. I believe size and reach. There we go. One sec. Yeah, 2 or more. So he can get in because he's at medium. So he moves in. He's going to attack. There's probably rules for flanking, but I'm not bothering looking those up right now at this stage. So, combat style. So that's going to be a hit. Would you like to parry?
Yeah, I'll try to pair it with the spear.
Okay. Yeah, you can't use the shield.
Yeah, or else it'll remove the
Yeah.
block. Yep, I'll try to parry with the spear.
Mm-hmm.
So for parrying, is that just rolling a
Yeah,
spear?
the spear will do damage, so roll your combat style that you're using.
Okay, quarantine infantry.
So that's a success versus a success. So I believe that is going to be nothing. What's the size of the spear? That's what it.
Large.
Large, and his is probably smaller, I think.
Oh wait, no, size is medium. Sorry.
Yeah.
Reach is large.
Yeah. Okay.
Long.
Yeah. Where the size different? That's differential. Damage reduction table areas. Okay, so he attacked with medium, and you blocked with medium. So you parry it all. So how does that look as he swings with this ball and chain?
Yeah, he swings the ball and chain around, and he's fought before, but he's no true warrior, and I'm able to kind of guard my side with his shield and just poke at the chain lengthened ball, as keeping it away from me as he advances.
Phaedra, you're up.
Can I see them from here or no?
Yeah, you can see him.
Okay. It's gonna be actually a pretty good shot to this one.
Yeah, I'll probably make the difficulty 1 step higher for just shooting into this crowd. Unless you want to move and get a different angle, then that would be cool.
Could I just shoot the back guy then?
Yeah, I would be okay with
Or would I
that.
still
Yeah,
make-
that would be cool.
Yeah?
I would be okay with that.
Yeah, so Phaedra, I don't know, is it 1 AP to draw though? Or is it just full shoot?
I would assume you already haven't knocked, right? So.
Oh yeah, knocked.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me see. Aiming. Loading.
I think I read it in combat action 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so ready weapon. Draw sheath, withdraw, or reload. Oh wait, no. Maybe not. I read it somewhere.
Let me look at something real quick. I'm sorry, this is gonna be a slog, but
Learning.
yeah. Force range load. Don't see anything down there.
Yeah, it might just be. I know reloading takes 2 actions.
Yeah, reloading definitely takes some time. And you have a skill, right? Don't you have rapid fire or something?
Rapid reload is one
Okay,
of the
cool.
things I can choose. I don't think I have that as a skill though.
I thought you had it as a trait, but anyway, you can go ahead and shoot. Yeah, go ahead.
I just gotta double check what the trait is.
A trait. It would be.
I do have rapid fire.
Mm-hmm. What does that do?
Okay. The archer can reload and fire prepared ammunition as a single action up to 3 times. However, each shot is at 1 grade of difficulty higher than the last.
Okay.
That's just rapid fire, not rapid reload. But I'll just do single shot for now.
Sure.
Okay. So be the recurve bow.
Yep. No, just do your combat style.
Oh, combat style.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a miss. Just goes zoom, flying over his head as you're maybe just trying not to hit somebody else. What is the load on your bow? What does it say it is?
I think it's a 2. I don't have the new one on my sheet, but I'm assuming it's a 2. Because the longbow's a 2.
I thought I put it on there. Maybe I just put the token.
My token, yeah, but not.
Okay,
My,
all right. So rate. Yeah, I think. Let me look at one thing real quick.
You're looking for a rate is 2 on the recurve bow.
Okay.
Oh, it is 2.
Let me see one thing. Yeah, I'm looking to even see what rate does, and I don't see anything. All right. Okay, that's something else. Okay, all right. So it's still round 1, but it's cycle 2. So now we're gonna use the second APs. This guy with the long spear. He actually, I mean, if he does have a long spear, he can just stab. Did I try to use this guy to get? If so, I messed up, but it's okay. Now he does.
I believe he just missed his last
Okay, so he's gonna attack again. Then he's just gonna do a normal attack with his long spear. going to be a hit.
I mean, yeah, I will. I'll try to defend against it.
Okay. Okay, that's a miss. So he is, and that's just one miss. He didn't critical, you didn't fumble. So now we're going to look at the differential roll results. So he was successful and you failed, so he gets one special. So I need to call the special first before I roll damage or anything else. I'm going to, but the first thing probably is, yeah, I guess it's going to depend. So he's going to maximize damage is going to be his thing. Okay, so maximize damage. If you look in the combat cards, that one does. I think it gives him his top die as if he rolled the maximum. Find it. Yeah, so substitute one of the weapon's damage die for its full value. Okay, so that's what he's going to do. But we got to see where it hits. Right leg. That is not warded. So his damage on that weapon is can be up to what? It could be, oh man, a D10. So he hits you for 11 damage. What's your soak on your right leg?
2.
Okay, so you take shit. You take 9 damage.
Yep.
What is your total damage on that leg? Hit points. Total hit points.
That would put me at -4 if it goes into negative.
Yep, it sure does. So that's a serious wound. All right. If it's a limb, or if it's a leg, roll endurance now versus the attack roll. The attack roll was a 35. So it's a success. So you're stunned for 1 round, so which is good because you're out of AP for this round anyway. So he takes this long spear and he just looks underneath your shield and stabs pretty much through your calf, and it's just extraordinary pain as you are injured badly by this attack, as you're beginning to be overwhelmed quickly. And Cineas, you are up.
Cineas is close to this distance because it's an effective range for his javelin. So he's going to throw his javelin at the warrior with the ball and chain.
Okay, let me just go ahead and roll your.
Rock javelin?
Mm-hmm. No, combat style first.
Okay.
That's a hit. Okay, so he can't dodge that. It's ranged. I don't think he can dodge. He doesn't have any warding, so go ahead and roll your damage. Eight damage to the abdomen. Oh my. Actually, I'm sorry. You get to roll. You get to pick a special.
I was going to go for impale.
Okay, that makes sense. So impale. Impale. What is that now? Impale. Okay. You want to roll damage again?
Okay.
Just go ahead and roll your javelin again, and whichever's higher we'll take.
Yeah. Give me a sec.
So the 8 was higher.
On him. Okay.
The 8 was higher. So how does that look as you? Well, let me see. Let me see if he's not dead here, because he took. Make sure. Oh my god, I don't understand why everything's being so slow. Okay, so he had hit points of. So he did 8 damage. So he takes 6. So he takes a serious wound. Yeah. And then I'm going to do a serious wound for him. Okay, he's going to make an endurance roll. He succeeds. So how does it look as this javelin just goes into his guts?
Yeah, so Cineas has come up to like 20 feet away from him. He's pretty much on top of him because he's not great with this thing, and he just throws it straight at the center torso, and the guy sort of catches the movement out of the corner of his eye and turns to face Cineas just in time to catch this javelin square on in the abdomen, and it sticks there really deeply and just stays stuck in the wound, looking extremely painful and unwieldy.
Yeah, he's stunned for 3 rounds. He just looks down at this stick in his stomach in dismay. Alright. The longsword guy turns, seeing Gorgos stabbed. He turns and swings down at Aegeus very quickly. That's going to be a hit. What would you like to do?
Can he use his shield, or
You can use it to parry, yes.
that takes an action?
Yep, parrying takes AP. It would just be your combat style, but you could use your shield. That's completely fine if you wanted.
I'll do that. And do I roll paladin? Or?
No, yeah, paladin. Yes, paladin. That's a miss. He's gonna get a special. He's gonna maximize damage as well.
Oh, we're starting out good.
Left arm 8. So let me see. So it's a left arm. How much damage? Will you see what soak you have on your left arm? So that's a 8. He does 8 plus whatever his. Yeah, he just does 8. What's your soak on your left arm? Your armor.
Left arm says AP.
Yep, AP.
That's 2.
2. So he does 6. So you're,
Points are
you're at -1. So you need to do an endurance roll. You're stunned for 3 rounds.
And
you fail. So left arm. So basically, the shield just kind of falls limply at your side. You're unable to really lift it. It's still strapped onto your arm, but you're unable to lift it and do much with it. And you're stunned forever. Okay.
does that mean I can't act for 3?
3 rounds.
Jeez.
Yeah. the battle axe guy is going to attack Gorgos. That's a hit. Let's see where it hits. So that's going to be one special. Can he do a hit location? I think he can. So it's a fail because you can't respond. Choose location. Yeah, he can do it. No, he can't do that because he couldn't do head because that's actually covered by the shield. So he's gonna do a non. He's gonna go for the right arm. I'll put him down at 0. All right, hold on.
±4.
Yep, so he hits you so lightly it does nothing. He just is a weak man. He like jabs out and it hits your arm and it doesn't really do much, but you're still stunned. Gorgos, you cannot go. You have no APs and you're stunned. Aegeus, you're stunned. You cannot go. Phaedra, what would you like to do?
I'm going to load. That's all I can.
You can. What about rapid fire?
Well, my arrow's expended. I still have to reload.
Oh, okay. So you're reloading?
Yo.
Okay. You're reloading. Ball and chain guy is stunned. Can't go. We're at the third cycle. Long spear guy still has one left. He is actually sees his buddy stunned. He's gonna move around and try to engage Cineas. All right, he's done. Who else has AP? This guy has AP. He's gonna pile on Aegeus and try to take him out. Be that's it. Ah, shit. He's going to let's see. He will, what's he got, a longsword? He's gonna do bleed then. Give me a sec. Okay. So it's bleed, make an endurance, well, let me do damage, but if you're injured, you have to do an endurance roll. Six to your left arm. That's the one that's jacked up already, right? And there was 2, so you're going to take -4 to that arm. I'm pretty sure.
This is at me again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Left arm, you're taking 4. What's your total hit points on that? On your left arm?
My left arm is 5.
Okay. Alright. So I'm supposed to chop your arm off now.
Ooh. Do it.
Hold on. We'll
You did say it was a mini campaign.
Do it.
the most mini of minis. Okay.
2 sessions would quantify it.
Roll endurance. Okay. So he comes across your arm and cuts very deeply into the shoulder. And you essentially, it's just such harrowing pain, and you pass out and fall over.
Okay.
We'll decide what happens to your arm later. Do I have nobody else has APs except Cineas that is allowed to act? What's that? And so you're up, Cineas.
Okay. Aeneas decides rather than try and take this guy with the spear on with a short sword, he's going to go around and try and help Aegeus and open this guy up to hopefully a shot from Phaedra.
Yeah.
So he is going to go and trying to go around here and skirt. Can he skirt around the edge here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so he's going to go around here. Standing in a little bit of shallow water, I think.
Dog runs after you. You can order the dog to do whatever too. He doesn't have to stay next to you.
Actually, I'll get the dog to harry the guy with the long spear to try and make things easier for Phaedra.
Okay, he comes down here. Yeah, I don't know that'll. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Okay,
that's fine.
Well, I could have him next to me.
He can't defend a ranged shot anyway, but.
Oh, okay. Okay then.
Yeah.
I'll keep Tiri with me.
Okay. All right. So now we're at round 2. Gorgos, you can go again. Let me. Everybody, put your APs up to maximum if you would like.
That's green, right?
Yep, green. What's going on here? Alright. Alright, the long spear is up. He's gonna try to make for Phaedra, but can't quite get there, we'll say. So, Cineas, you're up now.
Okay. I'm going to... Cineas will get Tiri to harry the guy, and he's going to be trying to draw his attention away from, the Aegeus, who's almost like a son to him.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll attack.
Okay. That's a miss.
Yep. And I've got a buckler, so I'm going to... I'm just going to cover left arm and left leg.
Yeah, you need to... That's an actual action to ward yourself, so you can't attack and do it at the same time. So
fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. The warrior, he can go right, so he's going to attack you back. Oh my God.
Oh dear.
Would you like to try to defend?
Yes.
Hi, holy shit.
So I roll combat style?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, you criticaled. Okay, so you did a defensive critical, so you're going to get... He succeeded, you got a defensive critical. I believe you're going to get a defensive special, pretty sure. Yeah, so they succeed and antagonist criticals. Yeah, you get one special. So, one defensive special.
Anyone?
Any defensive special, yeah.
Okay. So what I'll do is I will just reflect the light off my buckler into his eyes and blind him briefly.
Is that a special?
Yeah, that's a defensive special.
Oh, is it? I don't. Let me look. I'm not seeing it. Blind
opponent.
I'm trying to find it.
So So you
Oh, there it
got
is.
the
There it
card.
is. Okay, so brief a blind opponent. Yep. So 1d3 turns he's blinded for, so let me do that. So he's blinded for this his next turn. Man. Okay. That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so okay, yeah. All right. Who's next? Next is Battle Axe. He is going to actually come around and try to take out Cineas. That's a miss. You don't want to do anything? No defense for you?
No, because I've only got 1 AP left.
Right. All right. Gorgos, you are badly injured, but you're able to go.
All right. Ball and chain is stunned.
He
up,
is stunned
right?
for 2 more rounds.
Okay, so it's longsword. I am going to stab at him.
Yeah.
And he's blinded at the moment. So.
He's blinded, yep. So remember,
It's a combat style roll.
yeah, combat style roll. Remember, you can use your, I think they're luck points to re-roll stuff.
I might have considered it, but fuck it, we're in. That's it. That counts.
That's a hit. Okay. He is, see... I don't think he can defend, being blinded, so what special would you like to use?
Impale sounds good.
Impale. So
That's what all the cool kids do.
yeah, Impale's good. Where's that one? Impale. All right, so go ahead and roll your spear. Oh boy, you can roll again to see if you do any better. I don't know that you... Yeah, you could get a 10. That's about it. Yeah. So a 10. His so you hit on the left arm. Let me see what his armor is. I don't believe it's much. 2. So he's going to take 8 damage on his left arm. Oh, so that kills him. That's more than double. How does that look?
Yeah, so Gorgas pivoting, trying to ignore the pain, bite down, and just grind through the calf muscle being ripped and shredded, spins and jabs through his left arm into this guy's torso, and finds purchase, yanks it free, and watches him slump to the ground.
Aegeus, I would let you spend a luck point to act.
Oh, I will do that.
Okay.
Okay.
How,
Is that in the red there?
what's that? It's no, the luck points are I don't know. They're somewhere on your sheet. I'll take care of that. What would you like to do?
If he would get up and he can attack. I mean, would attack this guy here.
Yeah, you can kind of move over there and lunge in kind of one action before falling down and passing out for good.
All right, and then I do the paladin roll.
Mm-hmm. That's a hit. He's going to defense, but he's going to be at a negative because of the dog. He criticaled! Oh my god! Oh my god. He gets a special. He's going to use the withdrawal. As you kind of come flying at him, he withdraws and begins to move away. Not sure how this is going to go, I guess. Alright, Phaedra. Your only hope.
Reloading.
Oh, it takes it
Two
takes two.
actions, I can't-
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do rapid fire.
Ball and chain can't go. We're at the next cycle. We're at cycle 2 in round 2.
Ooh, bye, Phaedra.
Yeah, long spear guy is going to attack. Oh my god, these guys!
Oh my
I've
God.
never rolled like this ever.
Evade?
Yeah, you would need to evade.
Okay, well, that's just my combat. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
Phaedra.
We can roll some. I roll.
You can use your
You could luck.
yeah, you
that.
can luck that to reroll.
Sure. Wait, shit. Luck. I found it. Okay. Let's try again.
There we go.
Oh.
Hey! Mechanical. Let's see.
Yeah.
I just want to see. I'm going to use overextended opponent. Oh, wait, no. Can I use that? No.
Is it a defensive? You can use any defensive.
It's defensive. It's not critical, but...
It doesn't matter. You can use any defensive unless it says critical only.
yeah. I'm just looking... Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to have him be overextended, so he can't attack on the next turn.
Okay.
Which is probably the best for me.
He should actually be at 1. Okay, so evade. When you evade, I think something different happens. It's not just like parrying. I think you have to use the AP to get up. Yeah, you're prone.
Probably.
You're prone. So you're currently prone.
Oh, fun. Oh, no.
All right, Cineas, you're up. Oh, and that was your last AP anyway, wasn't it? Because your
yeah.
your first one was to okay.
Do I still have one left?
Yeah, you have one.
Fine.
Everybody else is correct.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So Aegeus is not under threat. This warrior with the battle axe, is he?
He seems to be running away.
He's running away. Okay, the guy with the ball and chain is stunned. So, okay, Cineas will run after the guy with the long spear then. Don't know how close he can get.
You could get up to him.
Okay, cool. I'll get up to him and bring Tiri with me.
Alright. So that's 1 AP.
Did you just collapsed again?
Yeah, you're down.
Okay.
Think
Oh, hold on.
yeah.
Oh, too late. Too late. I was just thinking Aegeus was bleeding, but I don't think Cineas has had time to notice all that at the moment.
Oh yeah, he's bleeding. Let's see. So I think it's Gorgos.
Very good. I'm gonna try to ruin this man. The ball and chain's right next to me.
Yeah, he's stunned,
Oh.
so he can't defend. Hit. What special would you like?
Impale.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage twice. Yeah, roll again.
He's doubly impaled.
7 damage to the left leg. Okay. Let me see what that looks like. His AP is 2. So, bipedal damage to left leg. for 5. That puts him at 0. So that doesn't kill him. You stab him in the leg, and but he's just still completely confused. He doesn't really respond too much. And then it is Phaedra. Nope, Phaedra has no APs. So we're at the cycle 3 then. Okay. Who has... Long Spear does.
He can't attack.
He cannot attack. Can he not attack you, or can he not attack anyone? Cannot attack.
Overextended, so it just says...
Yeah, he cannot attack. He cannot... Wow. I don't know what he's going to do then. Let me see. What can he do as a defensive action? Reactive. He's actually going to change range. He's going to change range to put Cineas at the end of his long spear. As he backs up. All right, Gorgos, I believe.
And I stab him, and I stab him, and I stab him. Try to get him again.
That's a critical. That's 2 specials.
Let me see what my spear can do.
If you maximize damage, you can stack it. So you could take your top, you're rolling whatever your... Is it 10? Is it D10?
Yes.
Yeah, so you'd roll 20 damage at least.
So I could impale and do that twice?
Yep. Or you can't impale. You could impale and maximize damage, or you could maximize damage twice. It's stackable.
Oh, then I'll maximize damage twice.
Yeah, so he'd take 20 damage. Go ahead and roll your damage. See where it hits him. I'm sure it's going to kill him. It's going to be 18 at any... Yeah, so how does it kill him?
So again, just fueled by adrenaline, Gorgo spins, sees that this man is still reeling from previous blows, and he just winds up the spear. Again, jabs it through, and perhaps the man tries to get his arm up to defend, but he just goes straight through and impales him to the back of his head.
Mm-hmm. Round 3. Cycle 1. Long spear. Everybody refresh their APs, please. Green bubbles. Alright, long spear guy. Phaedra is kind of down on the ground, so he just turns and attacks Cineas with his... Let's see if I can possibly miss. Nope. I don't know what's going on. Here, I'm just going to roll again, just to see. Is something going... No? Okay. Yeah. What would you like to do?
I'll try and parry.
Okay. This is...
This is brutal combat. Oh my goodness.
No, you miss.
And fail.
He will maximize damage. Which is a D10. Let's see where he hits. So it's going to be 11 damage to your head. Do you have any armor on your head?
There?
Do you want to try to use a luck point to reroll your defense? Your parry?
Yeah, I think that's best.
I mean.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll use a luck roll and just see.
Okay, so what is the size of your weapon compared to his?
Now, I am only using a short sword, so my size is medium.
His size is large, so you're only going to be able to take away half damage of that. So you parry half of it. So you parry 5, you take the other 5 to the head. Do you have... What AP do you have on your head?
AP is 3.
So it's 2. That should not be enough to hurt you. So you take 2 to the head, you're fine. So he basically jabs out and it scrapes your cheek, cutting you. This guy is run off, and I believe it's going to be Gorgos.
I think I'm gonna just try to move to get in range with this guy.
Yeah, you can move up to him. He has very long. You should be able to get in on him.
Yep, I'll get there.
Okay.
The other thing isn't Aegeus bleeding out though?
I'm going all straight adrenaline, bro. I don't even know that happened.
Yeah, he's bleeding out,
Yeah.
but it takes a while. It takes time. It takes like it's a while. It won't.
He wouldn't want my filthy hands up in his wounds anymore. All you.
Phaedra.
I'll use a point to stand.
Mm-hmm. All right, you're standing up now.
Yay.
And it's Long Spear guy again. He's actually going to run. Seeing the odds are not in his favor, he turns and starts to run off. Would you like to chase him, Gorgos and Cineas?
I would.
Cineas.
Stab my fucking calf. I have to try.
Yeah, was this the guy that stabbed Aegeus?
I don't believe so. It was a
Okay.
long sword strike.
Yeah. Okay, so Cineas is going to run back and look at Aegeus's wounds.
Okay, so you move back over there. That's one. Gorgos, you can move down there next to him. Phaedra, what would you like to do?
I guess, could I do rapid fire then?
Yes.
Okay. So, it's 3 shots, then a different, basically hard, and then the next 2 tiers for each one.
Mm-hmm.
So, first one,
That's a hit.
I hit.
So
Does he have to, like, defend or something?
he can
'Cause
try to
I don't
evade.
know.
He'll try to evade. That's all he can do. Because he doesn't have a shield, I don't think. No, with a long spear he doesn't. Let's see. He does succeed. So the first one he is able to get out of the way of. But he is prone on the ground now.
Yeah, alright, let's do the next one. Nope. And the third.
The second one just barely missed. Yeah, so you are just firing. He's like ducking down and kind of falls at Gorgos's feet. Gorgos, we're at the next round. We'll get to Cineas. Gorgos, what would you like to do to this prone man?
I'm gonna hold my spear over him, but try to threaten him because I want to know what the fuck they were doing. So Gorgas, if he tries to run, I'm gonna stab him.
Nah, he's on the ground. He turns around, hands up. Don't kill me! Don't kill me!
Drop your spear. Put it to the ground.
And he tosses it in the bog. Very well, very well. Don't kill me.
Stay there and shut your mouth for now.
He just drops into silence.
Yeah, I'll call back. Cineas, does Aegeus live? Or has he passed on?
So presumably I can see now that he's breathing.
He's breathing, but his arm is in very bad shape.
Oh, Cineas will call back. He lives, but he is wounded grievously. And then I'll drop down and trying to think. I've got the heal folk magic
Mm-hmm.
spell.
Yeah, go ahead and cast away.
Okay, try and roll that off the character sheet.
You should have a spells macro too, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it stabilizes more serious wounds. I wonder if that's literal. Because he has a...
Spell menu. Heal. Oh,
Yeah, it says
where's
hit points against senior or major wounds. No hit points are recovered. However, the spell will stabilize the location, stop all bleeding, prevent imminent death. So yes, so you're able to stop the bleeding and all that.
I have to roll to cast?
Yeah, you got to roll your folk magic.
Right, quarantine.
Yeah, rights. You got it. So yeah, how does that look?
Okay, so I think the most life-threatening thing is his bleeding. So Cineas puts a hand on his chest, and being a physician as well, he tries to put some pressure on the wound as he puts his hand on there, and he'll mutter a prayer to Lannis, and then he feels the energy sort of come out of his hand, and the wounds start to heal. And I guess next I can turn my attention to his shoulder.
Yeah, he has just a massive gash. You stop the bleeding, but you see it probably has severed the bone. Aegeus, you wake up at this point in massive pain.
Yeah, Aegeus will wake up like startled for a minute, as if he doesn't know what happened, and notice that Cineas is healing him. He cries out, and are they gone?
They are. Hang in there, my boy. And he
You're going to be all right.
so I'm going to try and do the same thing again for his
I mean, it's not going to really do anything mechanically. They're already...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the serious wound is... it doesn't heal any hit points, right? Heal?
That's right. Yeah.
I have a spell, Heal Wounds. Is that one different from...
Is it a miracle, or is it a...
It's a miracle.
Yes, it is different. So you could heal your serious wound, which is your...
Single body part full. Oh, so I could heal my arm?
Yeah, you can heal your arm, but you still have the major wound, but you can heal all the hit points associated with it, yeah. Because you just got hit in the left arm twice. That's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll try to do... Looking at his arm.
Yeah, how does it look as you pray to the god? Let's roll your exhort. Yeah, the gods just... You're praying, but you're in so much pain. They don't seem to... Yeah,
Yeah, can I do
yeah,
that?
you can do that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rockin'.
Yeah, not right now. You're not. You try to call out to the gods, but they seem to be not answering your prayers at the moment.
Could I make...
Well, this fog. Thanos' light cannot reach me.
Can I try a healing roll to set the bone? Apparently, that is something it can do. Can do with it.
It's you can. Right now, it's just. You can make a splint for it, but right now it's just. I mean.
Yeah, it will just start the process basically. So I can sort of grab a stick,
Yeah, sure.
tear some of my tunic, and then just make a splint. And if I make the roll, it'll be on at least on the path to healing.
Sure.
It will work for major wounds.
Hmm.
And he will gain 1 hit point immediately if I get a critical.
Okay.
But, whereas if I roll a fumble, he has to succeed in an endurance roll or die.
Yeah, I don't think you have any more luck either, do you?
I've got one more.
Okay, well then you're probably safe. I don't know.
Probably.
Roland.
Probably. I apologise in advance for anything that happened here.
You're a renowned physician. It's gonna be fine.
Professional skills, healing.
Well, it's pretty close, but you didn't fumble, no. Yeah, this is such a bad wound. You're surprised it's even attached as Aegeus is calling out to Lannis, but he can't see the sun because the fog is blocking it above.
I think maybe I'll leave one alone for now. I'll sprint it as best I can, but I'll have to leave it. I'll tell you what I will do though. I'll use a cleanse spell to just clear all and mark off it.
Okay, that's cool.
So, no, I won't. Even that fails. I give up.
That was like the most lopsided rolling I have ever seen in my life, I have to say, I think.
So bad.
It was so bad.
And that was rough. That whole combat was rough.
Aegeus, how do you feel as you call out to Lannis and he does not answer your call because you can't quite see the sun through the fog?
He's kind of pretty fucked up, so he's just laying there, like staring up at the sun, pretty pale. Bit of praying over and over in his head, staring up at the sky. He's pretty quiet at the point right now.
Mm-hmm. Alright, go ahead and what are you guys gonna do?
Well, Gorgas, hearing that Aegeus is still alive but hurt, leaves it in the doctor's capable hands and focuses the physician's capable hands and focuses on this last whatever he is who is on the ground before him. Now, like we talked about before, you're going to answer my questions.
Oh, if you spare my life, I will, yes.
If I find your answers to be suitable to the task, then your life will be spared.
He grimaces but nods.
Why were you and your friends out here?
I think I saw her. We were contracted to find her. He points kind of up at you in the distance towards Phaedra.
I see. Contracted by whom?
The chieftain, Arkaba, is a Manjarian.
Yeah, it's sounding familiar.
Well, you don't, you can do you have like lore? A locale would be okay. I would do a hard locale roll. Now, you know the, Menarijas are a tribe of barbarians to the north. Probably 30 leagues from here. But the chieftain, nah.
Okay. And what was the name that he gave you?
Arkaba.
Sorry, I'm just writing.
Yep. I put it in the chat too.
All right. Gorgos would nod. And what did this Arkaba want you to do when you found her?
Bring her back, of course. And make sure she had the mask with her. He was very specific on that point.
Did he tell you anything of the purpose, or were you just hired to bring her?
We are mercenaries. He told me nothing more.
I see. Very well. If you would recall, before we began our contest, I told you I would offer you one chance to surrender. Now I have one last question for you. Did you take it?
He looks up at you and immediately tries to scramble to get away.
Oh, just stab him.
Yeah.
Right back.
Yeah, he scrambles, turns his back, and you just drive it through his back, and blood comes out his mouth as you impale him, and he finally just kind of drops to the ground on his stomach again.
Let no gods take you. And he turns his back and kind of hobbles, the adrenaline wearing off, hobbles back to the others.
Aeneas is going to be looking around, seeing if there's anything, quite a few plants grow in sort of marshland. I want to see if there's anything I recognise as having any kind of pain-killing properties, anything that will just take the edge off this pain that Aegeus must be feeling.
Go ahead and roll your healing roll. See if you can find
Got
it.
more medicine as
Yeah,
well.
medicine would be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you find something that you can concoct.
Yeah, I'll get out a little sort of pestle and mortar and kind of grind up something into a paste and tell him to rub it on his tongue. Why not?
Yeah, you put this marshy stuff in Aegeus's mouth.
Well, I'll cleanse it first.
Yeah.
I have my cleanse.
Well, you can
so
try to roll it and
cleanse
see.
the whole area. Yeah, let's try.
Poisons.
Oh yes.
Yes, it's the cleanest muck of the swamp ever.
Yeah, and I'll clean his wound at the same time. I can clean an area.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I'll head over to. I'll sort of. I'll put a hand on his other shoulder, and in kind of reassurance, and then turn to Gorgos and say, "Give me a look at that heel."
Never mind me. How is Aegeus?
The shoulder is not good. He's too badly injured for me to heal it with what little magical skill I have, and this fog is obscuring Lannis's light. But perhaps in the morning, or perhaps if this fog clears, he will do better. I've given him something for the pain, and I've stopped the bleeding. There's little more I can do for now. Let me look at that heel.
Fine, but be quick about it.
I'll try not to get a fumble.
Instant infection.
The way you guys are actually, just let me roll it. You'll get a critical.
No. Don't roll for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to roll healing. Give it a go. Oh,
Thank you.
2 rattled. Yep.
Mistaken.
Yeah, right now you're
Yeah,
just not a good day for you.
Yeah, you can see that Aeneas is trying to concentrate on your wound, but he's quite distracted and looking over at this gaping wound in Aegeus' shoulder and looking concerned, much as he's trying to keep his usual sort of calm demeanor.
Your hands are shaking, physician. Maybe you should take a moment.
Yes, yes. And what? Actually, what kind of wound is this? Is it a major?
There's a
or-
major and a serious.
Okay. So I think the serious I can. No, the heal spell. I think. Hold on, let me look at the spell menu. Let's look at the heal again. Okay, so it'll stabilize
Yeah,
it. But it
he's
won't
totally stabilized.
heal
Basically, there's not
Yeah.
really much else you can do at this point.
No, the I could have sorted out the serious with the healing roll had that gone better, but there we go. I'm sorry. I can't do much for this. And yeah, he'll have kind of tried to stitch it up a little bit, but it's not the neatest job. I've done what I can, but it will take time to heal.
How much time? Days.
Days. It's a nasty wound, not as bad as a Jiz's shoulder, but they need time. They need to rest.
We should head back then.
Agreed. I have some information that I was able to get from the one that survived.
No?
Very well.
Yes, we can provide it whenever we get treatment in a proper location, Aegeus and I, but I will share it with the both of you now in case I do not survive. Infection and all that. The men that we slaughtered, if they can be called such, they were hired by someone named Arkaba, northern tribes of Manarja, to the north here, to find you. And he nods over to Phaedra.
Why would they want to find me?
Because you possess something they wish. The mask.
Lucky for them, I do not possess that mask anymore.
It is what they thought anyway, that you had it, but the one that escaped may return. We should try to move quickly as we can.
Indeed, we should head back. I'm curious exactly what this mask means to them. And she goes over to Aegeus. Let me help you.
He's been staring at the sky, and then when you get near him, or there's the sound of your footsteps, and kind of almost as if he's waking out of like a daydream or a nightmare. He thought, Eros! Calling out his brother's name, and then he recognizes Phaedra approaching. Then grimaces at the pain in his arm, and are we ready to go? We can make it.
We can make it back to safety. Yes, we do not want to risk ourselves. Come, I will help you. And she leans down to help him up.
He takes her arm and grunts as he's getting up. Is he able to carry his shield anymore?
It's just hanging off your arm. It's probably best if it was taken off and put on the donkey.
Yeah. I'll do that very carefully. Slide it off his arm and then take it over to my donkey and strap it on there.
Thank you for trying to help me.
Okay. Sineas is going to go over and pull his javelin out of the body of the guy that's over here.
Yep.
And he'll kind of lean heavily on that. He's looking old, a lot older than he was this morning, and And he looks across to Aegeus, looking worried, and then says to Phaedra, I will bear the weight of Aegeus. I will help him. We will need your bow should we run into any more trouble along the road.
Of course. She waits for Cineas to swap places with her, takes out her own bow. I will lead us back, going slowly and avoiding the bog.
He puts a hand on her shoulder and just gives a sort of grateful kind of just like squeeze on the shoulder for a second as he goes past, and then takes Aegeus' weight.
Aegeus tries to shake it off, all right. Don't have to carry me.
Yeah, you realize you can't move your arm, really.
Yeah. And he's gonna kind of lean on his spear. I mean, he can still walk.
Yeah.
Right? So he'll just use his spear as like to stabilize him and stuff as he's walking now. You could just tell he's aggravated that that he needs any help. And he's like, I'm fine.
Actually, I was going to say I've got prosthetics, and I was wondering if I could make a crutch, but he doesn't really need a crutch. He's just leaning on that for.
He's just more
just
in
kind of
shock than
pain.
anything, right? Pain and shock, right?
Yeah. Actually, can I cast a calm spell on him?
Sure, if you want. Go ahead and try.
Give it a try anyway. So, okay, let's try it. Oh no, I want professional.
What's that concentration?
There we
Yeah,
go.
you're able to.
Just want to ease some of that shock and trauma and kind of disorientation and fear.
He seems somewhat relieved. The aggravation kind of fades off of his face, and he looks over at Sinea. Saw my brother for a moment in the fog.
Men will see many things at times like this. You're a brave man, Aegeus. I could not be more proud of you.
Kind of grunts at that.
And Cineas looks a little bit embarrassed at what he's just said, and then goes, I will... You seem to be fine. I'll take care of the dog. He goes over and starts fussing over the dog. Not in a kind of overtly affectionate way, but more in a kind of, oh, look at your fur. And, this is terrible. Yeah, and kind of tying the leash really firmly and checking it 3 times, and just generally trying to distract himself.
Yeah, the dog seems happy. He doesn't know any better. He's just happy you're giving him attention. You make your way out of the marsh, but by the time you get back to, you're long from the farmsteads of Naxos, and you have to break in, or you have to strike a camp. So I'll let you guys role play kind of as you will for now.
Okay, when we stop, Snez is going to check first Aegeus and then Gorgos' wounds for any sign of infection.
No, you don't see any signs of infection.
That, and then I guess Sinez and Phaedra should. I guess it's up to us to. Well, I suppose he'd say it to her. I suppose it's up to us to make the fire and. Do we have enough food? He seems a little bit kind of he's trying to appear very calm and in control, but he's all over the place.
Why do you not tend to Aegeus and Gorgo? I will make fire, and if we need to go hunting for anything, I can get things. I am not skilled in the ways of healing. That's something only you can do, but I can do the minor things, setting up camp and such.
Thank you.
Gorgos actually stands up painfully, but physician, you insult me so. I am wounded, not dead. I can help build a fire. This is a simple task.
Yeah, I did not wish you to jeopardize the healing of your wound, that is all.
I can still walk, just in pain. What is life without it, after all?
Bravely said.
They gathered the wood.
Say it again.
Have they gathered the wood at all yet?
No, I mean they can. Yeah, the camp is easily put together, even from the injured. But the three of them, yes, they do.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has a spell.
Yeah, go ahead. See if you can call Atlantis. See if he will listen to you.
The sun's not out.
This one is a folk magic. Do I just roll?
You roll.
the-
You roll rights, quarantine. That's the.
You're gonna set us on fire.
I don't doubt it.
There's
Oof.
not a very good
My
chance of that
goodness.
working.
No.
I have trouble doing it with one arm.
Yeah, you're just in so much pain that you're pretty much useless. Phaedra, you see Phidias is flying overhead, and you see him land on a tree, and his head cranes just about all the way around, and hoo. You think that something's amiss.
She goes to the tree and looks up to Phidias, kind of holding her arm. What's wrong, Phidias? Talk to me.
It flies down to you and just gives a couple of hoots and looks back in that kind of the same direction.
There might be something out there. It might be food, it might be something else. I use Phidias as my eyes. I will be back momentarily.
Geas is. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you
No,
go
okay.
ahead.
Aegeus is he like trying, aggravated as he's putting his hand out over the fire and trying to get this magic, and then he looks over towards Hydra. What is this? You need my help? He tries to reach over for his spear.
No, Aegeus, please stay by the fire. I have the advantage of Phidias. You will assist me.
Cineas will pick up his javelin again, and he had Tiri sort of tied up to a tree, but now he'll undo that end of the leash, and he'll be holding the leash.
You're going with her?
You
Or?
want to come?
No, she asked people not to, so
Okay.
we'll stay here with the camp for the moment. But I'll be watching and listening very carefully in that direction.
Phaedra, you head out into the night. Would you roll me a perception?
Sure. Oh no.
Yeah,
I see nothing.
you walk out and you're looking around, and Phidias is pretty silent as you go out, and you walk around this corner and you hear someone say "boo," and behind you is a familiar face. He's got a smile.
Phaedra jumps and kind of pulls an arrow back, taking steps back from Velos. What are you doing here?
I came to make sure you're okay. Saw you limping about. Well, not you personally, but your friends. It looks like there are several of you injured.
They might be. Why were you following us?
I just told you I wanted to make sure you're alright.
I'm fine, Velas. After a few days, I'll be fine too.
I do not think so. I saw the one fellow. It looks like his arm is beyond repair. I got a little closer than you thought I did. I'm quite sneaky when I want to be.
When? Are you just giving casual observations, or are you offering some sort of assistance?
I am. But I can't give things away for free. That would be... Well, I would lose all reputation that old Velos has, wouldn't I?
Then what do you need in exchange?
Well, just... it might seem a bit strange, but I would like a pinprick of your blood.
She frowns a little.
And why do you need this?
Oh, research. Research, yes.
You will assist Geas. Will you assist Gorgos as well?
Oh, I think Gogos would be fine, but Aegeus will lose his arm if I do not help him.
Phaedra considers for a moment, and then holds out her hand, taking back the arrow, putting it away.
Fine. Go ahead.
Ah, you are very agreeable, thank you, Phaedra. He brings out a cloth, and it's as if he was very prepared for this. He pulls out a sewing needle, not a knife, just a needle. This might hurt just a bit. And he reaches forward and squeezes the end of your hand and gives a very quick and rapid stick and pushes where the blood bubbles up. It barely hurts at all, and he basically gets more than just a couple drops and dabs it up with the cloth, which seems weird because it's gonna just dry, right? Ah, perfect. Thank you.
So will you come with me then?
She withdraws her hand,
Oh.
shaking it out a little.
I do not need to come, but I will give you this. And he pulls out this very ornate silver chalice. Have a Aegeus drink of this when the sun comes up in the morning. You can't tell him it was from me, though. It is from Lannis. Huh?
She thinks on it.
Hopefully they'll believe me.
Yes, tell him a friend of Lannis came and brought this for Aegeus, his paladin. He must believe, is what it is, you see. If he believes that Lannis is with him, he will be healed. If he does not, maybe not.
Fine. I thank you for this.
Ah, you are much welcome. Do you think I could get a small kiss before I go?
Now you're pushing it.
Ah, well, I tried. Well, tell no one I was here. You can make up whatever story you like to about the chalice, but make sure he drinks it as immediately as the sun comes up, or old Velos cannot be blamed for any breach of a deal.
Fine.
Wonderful.
Are you going to keep following us?
Oh, maybe. Does it suit you that I follow you?
I'd rather not, though this does come in handy if it works.
But if I follow you, I can keep helping you. Look at this. I am such a help to you. I am Velos, and I am your savior. Now you owe me. Well, you do not owe me. You gave me what I wanted. Now I have it. Now we don't owe me, but maybe you'll need me again and you owe me for something else.
Fine.
I will keep it.
Fine.
And your owl really likes me, Phidias. We are friends, aren't we? He actually puts his hand up and Phidias flies to him and lands on his arm.
It's kind of freezes for a moment, looks to Phidias and looks to Vet, and frowning deeper. Did you feed him or something? Something he liked?
Oh, he does not need me to feed him. He is quite a hunter. He like strokes Phidias's head. He just likes me, like everyone else. Except you.
Hmm.
Look how helpful I am to you.
Yes, you are. Slightly helpful. Velas.
Well, I will be on my way. Make my own camp. I'll be watching.
I will not let the others know you're here. And stay safe, I guess.
Do not worry about me. I worried about you. You are all quite reckless.
Not unusual to deal with men in the woods.
Man. All right. He lifts his arm and Phidias kind of flies up into the air again. He gives a bow. Good night, Phaedra.
Good night, Velas. And she clutches the chalice in both hands and turns around, starts making her way back to camp.
Yeah, as the rest of you are resting, Phaedra walks back. You've heard like very faint sounds of maybe talking. It's hard to know.
Adriana comes back to camp, clutching this silver chalice in both hands. She looks over to Chias. One of your, I do not know what to call him, similar worshippers of Lannis. Apparently, they were in the woods there, a small group of them. I told them of your injuries, and they gave me this. Says it's some sort of healing powers from Lannis. You must drink it at dawn, right as the sun rises.
Eros, looks up to her. Does it look like she's lying at all? Or?
Go ahead and give me an insight, and Phaedra, you can go ahead and give a deceit.
Yeah.
Everybody
that's,
can, yeah.
Questioning that.
I lie so well.
Not much of a liar, but Aegeus, yeah. Gorgos doesn't catch on, but everybody else certainly does.
I think you should drink it.
And looks over at Gorgos when he says that, and then back to Phaedra, and he like hesitantly takes his hand out, take the cup. You must drink this at dawn.
Yes, it will apparently heal your arm. I'm not sure how. I don't understand your custom.
Yeah, there's no water in it or anything. You just have to drink from it, right?
He kind of like sits up. The whole time she was gone, he was like just quiet, kind of looking at the fire, just angrily, you know. And you could tell he's been hurt by the whole, of questioning everything. He didn't say anything, so kind of looks a little more happy at this, and takes the cup and is studying it.
Celeste looks across at Phaedra, and he opens his mouth as if to say something. Then he looks across at Aegeus and sees that actually just having this cup is a form of distraction, even before it's had any potential miraculous effect. And he makes eye contact with Phaedra for just a second, and she can see he knows there's something not quite right here. But then he closes his mouth and just nods to her.
Phaedra looks to Sanea. There's some. Do we have any? Sorry, did we bring any food?
Yeah,
with
you brought
us at all?
enough food for a few days. Yeah.
And she looks to Sanea. Do you mind helping me find a bit more wood for the fire? It's getting a bit low.
Yeah, of course. And he'll he lays down his javelin just out of reach of the dog, and then follows Phaedra out into the darkness.
Phaedra brings Sanea out into the darkness. She lowers her voice as she finds maybe a tree that she can rip some branches off. I can see that you don't believe me, and you shouldn't. But my intentions are good to help Aegeus.
That I trust. That is why I did not say anything. I trust that you would not see any harm come to him, and that if you have given this to him, it is for his own good. I do believe there is more to your story than you have said, but it is your choice how much you tell. I'm sure you have your reasons.
That's what I wanted to ask about. It was from Velos. He's been following us.
Oh, that odious man. And Sineas sort of glares out into the darkness as if he could, force Velos to reveal himself and come and be chastised. But of course he doesn't. So he just glares out into the darkness for a minute and says, "Oh, are you wise to trust him, child?"
No, I am not. But if this helps Aegeus, it was worth it.
I did not like to say in front of him, but I fear he will lose that arm.
He won't if he believes in the power of Landis and that jealous. Drinks from it in the morning. Apparently.
Why did Velos do this thing?
I'm not sure. He requested a few drops of my blood for some reason.
Does that sound as dodgy to Cineas as it does to...
The Blair, yes. Yes, it does. Especially with you being very, sorcery is, who knows?
That's why I'm telling you.
Cineas sort of draws in a breath and says, "Oh, you are a good friend to Aegeus, Phaedra. I hope that the price you pay for this friendship will not be too high. I do not know exactly what he intends with your blood, but I fear his purposes are ill. But you have my gratitude."
Of course. I do not want anything to happen to Aegeus. Getting attached to the three of you. It is a mistake, but...
Oh, this is a good point. Can I sense her blood anywhere nearby? You can obviously tell it on her finger.
Actually, no.
But,
That you don't sense it anywhere. Which is weird because you think you should.
Cineas, he seems to stop, and it's almost, he doesn't actually sort of sniff the air, but it's almost like, he sort of tilts his head back and closes his eyes and concentrates for a second, and then sort of says, I do not like that. He is nowhere nearby. Or at least your blood isn't.
Strange, she said he's be around.
It is.
I don't understand a man like him.
This is not something I like to reveal or discuss, but I have some passing acquaintance with the trappings of sorcery. None of the foul practice itself, but and you know, by the way, that's a stronger expression of distaste than most people would give for sorcery. But I fear that he could have sorcerous purpose in mind with your blood, and disappearance only strengthens my suspicion and misgivings. Thank you again for what you've done, Phaedra. If you need my aid, you have only to ask for it. At any point, at any time.
Of course, Cineas, I appreciate that. We should head back.
Yeah, and he sort of pats her on the back in an attempt at reassurance, but his face looks disturbed. He's got a terrible bedside manner. And he nods to her and then heads back to the camp.
Back
She
at the
follows
camp
the
while they're
princess
gone.
next.
They're gone.
Go ahead.
Just gonna look over to Gorgos and say, "Do you think she was lying about the cup?"
He kind of leans back with his injured leg raised up. I cannot tell. Why do you think that she was?
I don't know. Just a feeling, I suppose. She wouldn't poison me. What do you think?
He kind of thinks about it. And, well, she has not yet been connected negatively by the church, has she? So what reason would she have to kill you? Unless she does not like you, in which case she might poison you.
She killed any of those men back there.
She fired arrows, but I do not believe she hit anyone.
Yeah, Aegeus, that is kind of strange for you because she's quite a good shot.
So, yeah, he thinks about it and says, kind of weird that, yeah, he's thinking about it. And, do you think she knew those men?
I could not say it, yes. I would think perhaps there would be some recognition that passed between them whenever the fight was ongoing. But all I can tell you is what I saw. She fired her arrows, and they flew wide. Cineas and myself struck down the ones that did not flee.
Did I get any of them?
No, you nearly died.
I think you nearly died.
Was that a character question?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gorgos looks at it and shakes his head plainly. No, you nearly died.
You must be getting old.
Perhaps this line of work no longer agrees with you, my friend. Perhaps you have grown too accustomed to being of Lannis's light and not down in the trenches, dying with people like me. He smiles at GS.
Smiles back at that after a moment of gazing over the fire, and he says, raises the cup. When the daylight comes, I will drink from the cup. And hopefully Lannis giving me a present.
As you say that, Phaedra and Cineas walk back into camp.
Baker put some of the sticks and branches that she found on the fire.
Yeah. Gorgos pokes a bit of fun at the old physicians. Ah, old man, you lasted longer than I expected you would.
I confess I am a little surprised myself. When I saw them strike you down, I entered battle thinking this would be my death.
That was not what I referred to, but I am glad that you decided to fight alongside me.
And Sidea suddenly, even after he says that, he sort of takes a little while to realise what he meant, and then he flushes bright red and sort of goes, mutters a few things under his breath, and goes and sits down and starts tending to the dog.
Phaedra just frowns over at Gorgo.
And Gorgos just kind of chuckles and goes back to having whatever traveling rations they're eating.
Yeah, you guys are exhausted and hurt, and eventually you can keep a watch, but you fall asleep, and everyone's asleep except the Aegeus. It's at the daybreak you see the light begin to shine, and you have some water you can pour in the chalice. What are you gonna do?
Oh yeah, do it. Puts the water in there, and kind of closes his eyes and says a prayer. He's kneeling before the fire, and we'll take a drink.
Yeah, go ahead and give me your passions roll. How much do you love Lannis?
I swear to God.
Swear to Lannis.
Swear to Lannis instead.
Swear to Lannis. I don't believe in Lannis.
Passions.
That's
Got
good. You drink the water. You feel a cool sensation come over your body, almost tingling from head to toe, and your eyes close and you see the sun still. You feel the warmth even though the sun is still far away. Your spirit is rejuvenated with the belief of Lannis, as now you actually have some feeling in your fingertips. You can't do much with your arms still, but it doesn't take too long for you to drink the entire goblet worth. And you look down, and you're surprised to see what was once a silver chalice is now a clay cup.
And his eyes widen, and he smiles. He looks around at the others to see if they're awake.
They're beginning to wake. Yeah.
And can he move it? He can.
He can't. You can't really move your arm, but you're getting feeling in your fingertips, and
Nice.
it's not like you drank it and your arm was healed, right?
Right. he wants to keep the cup, and he's not going to say anything yet, but he'll keep it in his pack if.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And after that, he'll go back to the fire and pray. He'll pray as they're waking up.
Yeah. Everybody begins to waken.
Phaedra, she sits up, looks towards Gius, who's already awake. She gets up and comes over. She waits until he's finished with his prayers. She turns back and just starts to pack up the.
Snaeus, Snaeus is in his 50s. He wakes up and then immediately just has to dash off into the bushes before he can do anything else. So he comes back after that and then goes and has breakfast. Probably a few minutes before he actually thinks to, about what's actually going on, and turns to Aegeus to see how he's doing.
Gorgas steps back into the camp and starts to set things up again, eating as he's doing so.
And Gius will finish his prayers and then bow. It's the sun coming up, and smile as he stands up and kind of heads over to Phaedra. I thank you for the gift.
She looks up at him. It was not me, it was your friends.
Still, yes. You were the one that brought it to me. And
Why wouldn't I?
I am in your debt anyway.
You're not in my debt, Gius.
Shall I give you some silver?
No! I don't need your silver. Yes, not for this. She just kind of pulls him away.
Snaeus had been smiling broadly at seeing how much better Aegeus is looking, and then when Aegeus makes the offer of the silver, he immediately sort of his expression just freezes, and he sort of goes. He's shaking his head.
Yeah, Gorgos chuckles. Just last night you thought she was trying to poison you with the goblet. Now you want to pay her for it.
But I was trying to poison you.
Well, you didn't. So it is okay to talk about it now. He looks
Why
better.
did you think I tried to poison you?
Says the thought had crossed my mind. It did. But, now I trust you.
She
And so you
narrows
should.
her eyes a bit and she is. And I see how it is then.
Well, there's always this coming night if you want to try to poison him for real, but we should perhaps move forward.
Yes, I'd rather fight you when you're at full strength. I wouldn't want an unfair advantage, yes.
Aegeus smiles and heads over to help Ceneus with the pack horse.
Yeah, you guys get ready to go and head back to Naxos. You arrive at the Temple of Lannis a day later. Each day that passes, Aegeus, your arm feels better, but not wholly healed or anything like that. You can't hear Matt?
No.
I couldn't hear what she was saying that whole time.
Oh no.
So it's like small bits, but
No, she just basically said that, I mean, that she'd wanted to beat you with the bow, I think, when you're fully
I'm
healed.
full
Yeah.
power.
Can you hear her now? Say something, Matt.
One thing.
You can't hear shit.
I heard just when she like started to talk that time, and then it went away.
Oh no.
I can hear.
I heard that whole thing. The oh no.
Okay, I realize why. I think for you, I have to hold down my push attack like much longer.
It's that lag thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So weird.
All right. Well, you guys return to Naxos, and you're quickly ushered in to see the priest Edemetus. When Aegeus comes forward, he looks very concerned. Initiate, you look injured. I will. Good.
Aegeus his head to him and says, "It will be fine. Alice's light is healing me. We were wounded on the road, though. We were attacked.
Ah, tell me what happened. Did you find anything that told you what this mask is?
He looks over to Gorgas.
Yeah, and Gorgas will step forward. There were some men we encountered when we were heading back to the spot where we found Phaedra. Apparently they were hired by some chieftain named Arkaba, the tribes of Minarja to the north, to recover the mask, and the woman if she still had the mask. Why they want it, the men did not know. Because of the wounds, we sought to return here.
Ah, of course. He looks at Aegeus and he's looking at your arm. It looks very bad, but you say it feels better. I see that the wounds are healing, but you say Lannis's light is healing you?
I was given chalice. And he'll look over to Phaedra. And smile at her and then say, it was a gift from Lannis. When I drank from it, started to feel my arm again. I would have lost my arm.
A gift from Lannis to you. He gives you with a vision to find this girl and then a chalice. May I see it?
And he'll take it out of his pack. It's just a plain clay goblet now. He says, it was not so when I got it. It was silver and beautiful.
Silver and beautiful, you say? He frowns. I see nothing.
And maybe the gift is gone, but I felt I should keep the cup.
I'm sorry. One sec. Of course, you keep the cup. Keep it with you. If this is true, then who am I to say what gifts Lannis may give a man? I will look into this chieftain further, and I will send you to the healers to... He kind of gives Cineas a sidelong look. The healers of Lannis for spiritual healing of his wounds. Physician, no offense meant.
Yeah, it's just nods.
At this point, you hear a bit of a ruckus outside. Just like yelling. Gorgos, you think somebody's yelling your name, maybe?
Yeah, Gorgus turns and this might be something for me, and he turns and kind of hobbles out.
Are the rest of you gonna stay there? Are you gonna go outside, or?
Oh, Phaedra is going to take every chance to go outside.
Aegeus will say, turn to him and say, we could not have made it without all of them. He nods to him and say, excuse me. And he'll try to follow Gorgus outside to see what's wrong.
Yeah, the head priest just, I will be here. You may rest here, each of you. And he just nods as you leave. He looks like kind of over your shoulders. As you kind of exit the temple, Gorgos, you immediately recognize your brother, Menelaus, yelling your name. Two other servants are holding him back. I'm sorry, you cannot go in there right now. You cannot go in there. Gorgos! 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 I heard you're here! Come out!
Yeah, and Gorgos kind of pushes past the servants of Lannis, not particularly reverently. And, brother, you look troubled. Why have you come here?
He's out of breath and sweating profusely. Corina, Gorgos. She's been taken.
Taken?
I taken one of the gangs on the Broma Otis, and each of you know the Broma Otis is essentially it means the street of smells, and it's in Naxos. It's where all the dirty business happens, gang stuff. There's tons of brothels, that sort of thing. Just dirty, if you want to put it in the Roman sense, like the Aventine kind of neighborhoods.
Gorgus turns up his nose, spits on the ground. Do they do it for ransom? Or did they just take her?
They say we owe them money. I received a letter. I cannot pay this. He passes it over to you. Yeah, it just says, we have your sister, Corina. Pay us 1,000 silver, or she is our property.
How much?
1,000.
Wow.
And it's signed with just a large K, and that's nobody really knows what that is, or Gorgos doesn't at least.
Yeah, and Gorgus folds up the letter, puts it in his pocket.
What are we going to do, Gorgos?
I will figure out who this K is, and then I will go down there, and I will get Karina back.
What if we can't? 1,000 silver. Who can afford that? You cannot.
No, I am not going to pay them else. I am going to take her back.
I will grab my hoe and come with you. I will round up the other brothers.
When was the last time any of you fought?
No time of recent memory.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go home, and I want you to calm everyone down. I'm certain everyone is in a huff over this has happened.
Of course, of course.
Go home, and calm everyone down. I was just in a fight a few days ago. Yesterday, even. And he kind of points at his still healing wound. So, I will take care of this. You handle the family, and I will come home with Karina.
Okay, I will do it. But if there's anything you need, Gogos, I know I'm not much of a fighter, but I will be there. Shoulder to shoulder, Will. Oh, not quite, but
All I need is for you to remain my brother. That is all I ever want from you, Manolos.
I am your brother until I die.
Good. Then don't die. Go home. Make sure the family is safe.
Very well. Just let me know before you do anything, okay?
Of course.
He nods and bows to everyone, looking at, he probably knows who Cineas and Aegeus is, but he gives Phaedra a bit of an eyebrow raise, but turns and walks off.
Phaedra
GS will.
looks. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So Phaedra looks around to the others, looking left and right. I do not know if my job is complete with the priest of Lannis there, but if so, Gorgos, I can assist you.
Yeah, Phaedra, you live in this neighborhood.
I know it fairly well, mother, and I live there.
You would offer to help me? I have no money to pay you.
I understand, but well, you did give me that. Let me have that bracelet, so that is payment enough, yes.
Ah, paying it forward. Interesting. Well, if you wish to help, perhaps you recognize this handwriting or that initial?
Phaedra will take a look.
Go ahead and give a
Yeah, she takes a look at it.
locale.
Sure.
No.
I do not know.
I will stop to see if anyone from the guard wishes to assist me, but I do not hold my breath. Aegeus, I would ask for your leave to handle this personal issue before I return to bodyguarding you.
He takes a step down from the one of the stone steps. He says, "And of course, I'm going to come help you."
Cineas says, "We all will."
I thank the two of you, but Aegeus, my friend, are you sure you should with such a grievous wound?
Are you sure you should with such a grievous one there? Gorgos.
I don't even feel it.
Smiles at him and he says, "I still have one arm."
Well, I offer my thanks, though I have nothing else to give but that at the moment. I will be grateful for your help.
Of course. I will be but a moment. I will speak to the priest and see if my job is complete. Vader will turn around from the group and quickly head back inside.
Yep. Yeah, he is, he's looking over some scrolls. He kind of looks up as you enter. Ah, girl. What may I do for you?
I would like to ask if my job is completed in leading the three of them into the bog area.
Ah, yes. I do not believe we will need to go back there. But, something is peculiar about all this. He says Lannis healed him. It is odd that Lannis would intervene as such. Ah, anyway. What did I offer you to as payment?
Hmm. You just said that you would.
Ah, is 20 silver acceptable?
Phaedra tends to kind of reel in a little bit of surprise, but she just nods. Yes, yes, that is fine.
Ask one of the boys in the front. They will see you paid. I will ask you, do you believe you could stay around the Jaeus for a while? Help him. I'll pay you on a daily stipend of a silver for this.
That would be most acceptable. I am happy to oblige.
He must go to the healers, but for now, stay around, serve him with what he needs.
Of course.
I see no reason not to pay you for such acts of hospitality and kindness.
I will do what I can for him. She gives a small bow before she heads at the door, trying to find one of the boys to give her 20 silver.
Yeah.
When she turns away from Admus, she's very excited.
Yeah. You find one of the slaves, and he hands you over a pouch, and it feels heavy in your hand. And as you count your silver and wonder what's next, the screen's gonna fade to black, and this is where we'll end it for tonight. That's it.
That was